So we're about to enter a new soccer match. Coming in the shorts, the blue shorts and t-shirt is Dash Duchuck. Woo woo! Let's hear it for Dash. Woo! And in the black shorts and t-shirt, we have the Brad Johnson. And he's all arms in the air, ready to go. Looking like a contender. Oh, game on. Oh, and here we go. Game on. There was no dropping the ball on that one. They started the game on their own. Oh, fancy little heel shot there from the Johnson. Dooch is in goal. Looking to defend. Oh, and Johnson tries. Oh, and one up for the Johnson. All right. I missed his happy dance. All right. The Dooch is on his way up the field. He's thinking of a strategy to use. Oh, kicks it wide, hits the trees in the grass. Bringing her back into play. Oh, and saved by the Johnson. Oh, and wide to the left. And the Dooch is running back to defend his goal. He knows Johnson's going to be coming up the field. Here comes the Johnson. He's hoping to make it 2-0. Oh, but the Dooch makes the save. Oh, and Dash comes out of his net. He's got it. He's going to deke out the Johnson. Oh, and he does. He's around him and going up the field. Oh, and a heel stop by the Johnson. Kicked wide by the Dooch. Oh, and all the way back down the field. Dooch is on the run, taking her back up the field. And a goal number 1 for the Dooch. We're tied 1-up. What's up, guys? Way to go, way to go. All ready to defend. Here comes the Johnson with no ball.
You have it?
What the heck, dude?
Where'd it go? You got it.
Huh?
No ball in play. No ball in play. Oh, and then, and it backfires and the Dooch gets it. The Johnson tries the sneakaroo. Ball up the back of his shirt trick. The Dash is still laughing over that one. And up the field. Oh, tripping. Stop the play. That was downright tripping on the Johnson's bad. So Dash gets a penalty kick. Oh, and save and kick it again. Oh, and now that was kind of like a little bit of a shove there by the Johnson. He's getting a little handy. Oh, ow. And the Dooch comes back with a little handy work on his own. And the Johnson wrestles him to the ground. And now game on. Oh, and the Dooch is making the save. Didn't take long to get these two scrapping on the field, folks. Oh, and the Johnson's going to have a breakaway.
Hey!
Stop. Dooch is down. We have no goaltender.
Penalty!
Why?
Because you pushed me.
The Dooch is now the referee. He called penalty for pushing. Oh, and he passes it back to the Dooch. He gets his penalty shot. Oh, and it didn't quite trickle in. It was on the right projection, just not kicked hard enough. Oh, and here he goes. Another attempt. Oh, Johnson makes a save. What's he going to do with it? Oh, kicks it around him. He's staying at that end for some action. Oh, here he comes for the ball. He's got to figure out how to get it around this brick wall. Oh, yeah, and he makes it. Kicks it for 2-1 for the Dooch. Where's the happy dance? Woo, woo. Woo. Oh, and John... And the commentator tried to pass it to the Dooch, but he was running too hard down to defend his goal, folks. And here, oh, and Johnson. You'd think he was pigeon-toed the way he kicked that ball. And Dooch is going to run up the fence line. He's trying to get it around the Johnson. And he stops Johnson from getting a clear shot there. Good defense for the Dooch. Johnson's got the ball. Dooch is ready to block that goal. Oh, nice save. Ball's back in play. Dooch, and he has to kick it out himself there. He couldn't get in the net fast enough. That was good thinking. And here he comes again, trying to get it past the Johnson. He wants to take it up the field. That dribble didn't work. He's going after it again, trying to kick it. Oh, and Johnson's almost had a clear shot there. Whoa, and no, and the Dooch is down and the Johnson's on top pummeling him. I don't know about these two folks. Oh! No goal for the Johnson. That was a hand goal. No goal.
Whistle.
2-1 for the Dooch.
Whistle.
No goal. 2-1 for the Dooch. Johnson nailed that one with his fist. Ref's calling it no goal. Oh, and he's not paying it. Johnson caught with his head down. Dooch scores 3-1.
I was fixing my net.
Johnson took some time to fix his net, but he never called a timeout. So it's 3-1 for the Dooch. And Johnson's taking it up the field. Dooch is in goal. He's ready for this. He's ready for this. Johnson's not scoring. He's going to try and go. And then Johnson does some fancy footwork around our goaltender, the Dooch. And it is now officially 3-2, folks. 3-2 for the Dooch.
Ha, Grandpa.
Figuring out how he's going to get it past this big guy. And Johnson kicks it wide on an open net. No goal. Oh, fancy footwork by Dash. Oh, and Johnson misses it again, kicks it off the frame. Oh, and the run is on. Look at the sprint. Oh, Johnson almost scored on himself there. And Dash is doing the backwards run. He's playing defense and goaltender and forward. He's a one-man team. Doing awesome. Here he comes. He's gonna...
Hey, what is that? Is that a crick?
Oh, and the Johnson is already in a penalty for grabbing and roughing, unnecessary roughing. Oh, and the Dooch is up, and he does a handball, but he's on his feet, and he kicks it in for 4-2.
We got it.
4-2 for the Dooch. Ball's out of play. These players are looking a little tired. They practiced for quite a bit before the game. And Dooch is dropping the ball for the Johnson and running down to take his net. There he is, ready to defend. Oh, and Johnson's coming up quick here. Oh, and Dooch makes 2 saves back to back. Oh, I tried to kick it back to Dad. Oh, and Johnson kicks it wide. We got some tired players here, folks. Oh, and the Dooch kicks it right between Johnson's legs. But he wasn't on the other side to take it up the field. Oh, and Johnson kicks it wide again. Oh, and the Johnson, Penalty shot for holding on the Johnson. And they're not even listening. Low battery, dudes. Low battery. And the Dooch is running up the field. And he's going to score. And he kicks a nice high goal to make it 5-2, folks. 5-2. Halftime. Intermission. Okay, welcome back, folks. We're starting the second half in our 20-minute game here. So another 10 minutes of these two, the Dooch and the Johnson. And they're already toughing it out. They haven't even got the ball in play yet. And the Dooch is down. All right, folks, here we go. Ball's going in. They're crowding each other. Where we go? Ball's in. Oh, and the Dooch kicks it right off the get-go. Right over the Johnson.
You always say that. Right off the get-go.
And they look like they're in jail through there, folks. Oh, and the Dooch kicks it to make the game 6-2.
My gosh.
Right off the...
4-goal lead. 4-goal lead.
As soon as they brought it back in from out of bounds, Dooch kicks it upfield for a goal. 6-2. And now he's ready to defend. And here comes the Johnson.
That didn't really count.
And he's lining up to try and score. It's 6-2. He wants this goal. Oh, and he turned into a rabbit. And the Dooch doesn't know where to kick it. And the Johnson. Oh, and the Dooch blocks it. I'm not sure if that... Oh, and Johnson scores to make it 6-3. I think there was a little cheating going on in that bunny rabbit hopping, but they're having fun. Oh, and Dooch dekes out the Johnson, and he's running upfield. And they're hashing it out up there, and Johnson's running down. Oh, and Dooch is running to save it on that empty net. Oh, and Johnson. Oh, and that Dooch is there for the mighty save. Oh, and Johnson still can't kick it past the Dooch. That's one solid goaltending practice, folks. Oh, and we're going back up the fence line. And he kicks it. And that was a goal. It was hard to see from here, folks. 7-3. Officially 7-3. Oh, ricocheting off the Johnson. Johnson's got control of the ball. The Dooch is back to the net. Turn your back. Oh, Johnson misses. Oh, and he scores to make it 7-4, folks. 7-4. The Johnsons scored a couple there. He's coming back on the scoreboard strong. Dooch is going to deke him out here up the field. He's and he kicks it right around him and in the trees. Put it down. Not like that. And he throws it on the field and steps on it. That was a little bit of karma for throwing it a little too late. And here he comes to get the ball again. And he's ready. He's ready to boot it up the field. Whoop, right in front of Grandma. And we're taking it up. Oh, and he's got a breakaway. Did that go in, Dash?
Yep.
Oh, man. All right. Hard to see from here, folks, but now we are at 8-4. Dooch is winning by 50% more than the Johnson. Woo, woo! And the Dooch is in goal. Johnson's bringing it up. Oh, and he hits the door. The Dooch is going for the rebound. 8-4, folks.
8-4.
Dooch is going to try and get it past the Johnson. Oh, and Johnson turns her. Oh, and boots her high and out. And the Dooch is back in play. Johnson's got it. Johnson's got control of the ball. And he kicks it wide. Oh, he's on Duch's back. Oh, and the Duch dekes out the Johnson. He couldn't get it by him. What a goaltender. Pretty solid goaltending in that Duch net.
Shoot.
Here comes the Johnson. Oh, another save. He's coming out for it, folks. And, oh, and a fancy little heel kick there as he gets back in his net. And Johnson's warming up to pummel him. Nothing's getting by. Oh, and it ricocheted off the Duch from the Johnson and into the net to make it 8-5, folks. 8-5. Duch is still in the lead. Kicks it past the Johnson. Oh, and now the Johnson's got it. No one's in goal. Oh, we're tightening up the score, folks. It's now 8-6. 8-6, but Duch is still in command of the game, folks. Some clever, fancy footwork, deking out the Johnson. Got to do it again. He did it again. Oh, he's on this. He's got this. He's working hard. He's using some strategy. And the wind played in that, apparently. I heard the grunt from the Duch. He said the wind stopped that from scoring. It's 8-6, folks. Oh, and the Johnson kicks it wide. And Johnson kicks it wide on the other side.
What are you doing?
And here we go. Ball's down. Back in play. Oh, and he almost lost it and dove on it, stopping the Johnson from getting a kick. Good play.
Yeah.
Nice kick. Score. Rocking it at 9-6, folks. Rocking it at 9-6 is the Duch. Going back to defend net as Johnson's going to try and tighten up that score. 9-6, folks. The Duch is keeping himself warm in that goal.
Jump right up to touch the top?
Don't try it. Dash is gonna, and he tries to sucker Dash into jumping up to touch the top so he could kick it in on the ground under him, but it foiled. Oh, and that was the sneakiest goal of the game so far, folks, making it 9-7. 9-7. That one just crept in there. That was one sneaker. All right, here we come, folks, and Dash is on the loose.
Play the middle of the side.
Whoa! I think we might have had a little, and now the game gets silly. Dash got a cheating 10-7. That goal was a missed goal to make it 10-7, but I think he's going to keep it. And the Johnson's trying now to get his cheater goal. Two minutes left in play. 2 minutes left in play. And the Johnson throws it back in the field, and he's got the Duch hanging off of him. Oh, and the Johnson scores, making it 10-8 for the Duch still. Johnson's only down by 2, and there is a minute and a half left in the game, folks. It is 10-8. Oh, and he kicks it wide. And it's a showdown. Oh, and it doesn't quite make it past the Brute. Oh, and it doesn't make it past again. And he doesn't make it past again. You'd think the Johnson was being the goaltender on that end, folks. And the oh, it didn't go in. That was a really cool, not goal. That one worked to the Duch's advantage. Oh, and the Johnson, woo, woo, holding Holding back. Oh, it almost looks like a scrap's about to happen. Oh, and they're down, folks. They're down. And the Johnson's got the Dooch pinned. And and the Dooch makes a save that Johnson couldn't kick it past. We are down to 34 seconds, folks. We're still sitting at 10-8 for the Dooch. Still up by 2. Oh, and the Johnson. And he kicks it wide. Wow. What can I say about that? Bad shot on the Johnson's part. And the Dooch is on a breakaway. And he kicks it in to make it 11-8. Woo! Woo! Final goal at 10 minutes and 7 seconds. 11-8.
11-8?
11-8.
Okay.
10-second play.
Shake hands, folks. The game is over.
10 seconds.
Shake hands for good sportsmanship. Dash, shake the Johnson's hand. Good sportsmanship. Oh, and they're down. I knew that was coming. A little rough and tumble. End of the game. Rock and roll. End of the game. The wrestling begins. Oh, and the slam. Full body slam. And the one-man dog pile. Oh, and the old rollover. Oh, and he's slamming on him. He's fisting him. Oh, and the whole body slam. Oh, and the double twisted slammaroo. Oh, and the elbow and the punch. These are brutal, folks. These are brutal. And that's it. That's it. Are we shaking hands again, folks? There we go. Johnson and Dooch, game over. And Dooch doesn't want to give it up.